The prepper community. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. Community is very important. We talk about it all the time. Groups, mags, mutual assistance groups, tribe, crew, whatever you want to call it. Could be your family, could be a group of people you've met up with. But I'll talk about that a little bit also. But the YouTube preparedness community and or online, whatever you want to call it, preparedness community. There are sometimes some disagreements between different channels and stuff like that. So-and-so sucks, or so-and-so doesn't know what they're talking about, or whatever, stuff like that. And, in some cases, that may be the case. There may be people out there that are putting on information that's bum dope, that really don't know what they're talking about. They just jumped on the bandwagon because they want to make some money on here. That might be the case. But for the most part, the prepper channels that I actually get a chance to go look at, which isn't much, but I try to check out new channels regularly. That's why I put in the search bar, I put in like prepping, prepper, SHTF, different things like that, just to see what's out there. Also, it helps me get my creative juices flowing and be like, oh, I haven't talked about that in a while. Let's see what they say about it. I may learn something. You may learn something. It's all about looking at it from a different perspective. I can only look at it using my brain and looking at it through my eyes. Other people have other ways of looking at it. They have other experiences in life. So it's very good to learn from a variety of different sources. Prepper channels, blogs, message boards, what am I trying to think of? Forums. Yeah, there you go, forums. And websites. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of good stuff out there. So I guess try not to be too hard on people that are just out there trying. Some people I've noticed some channels, they're small channels and they have great information, they have great knowledge, but they're not very good at articulating themselves or things like that. Or, they don't do any editing, and other channels do all this fancy editing. They're very eloquent, they're very well spoken. I don't do any editing here. My most editing is maybe to take like clips and just I have this thing where I can like connect them together, and it lets me choose a thing that has a screen that splits the screen or something like that, the transitions between the screen. That's about it. And so I'm raw and uncut here. I am who I am. There are channels, I'm not knocking channels that have fancy stuff. I think it's really cool. I wish I had the ability to do that, but I don't. I don't know how to do all that fancy stuff. Then there's channels that are much more eloquent and well-spoken than I am. There are channels that, there's always those channels you connect with. There's a lot of channels out there I noticed that put out a lot of good information, but for some reason I can't connect to that person. Maybe it's the way they speak, the way they go about things, my military background. I like looking at things for a certain way. I like boom, 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 boom. This is the way it is. I like alpha. I like, just gruff, to the point. I don't take any BS kind of stuff. I like that kind of point of view and that kind of speaking to it. So, but there's value in a lot of different things. And if you're, clicking on a channel, you see some really old dude, and you're like, oh, he's old, what does he know? Well, he knows a lot, probably. Or if you see some really young dude. I remember there was this channel a while back, it was this kid, and but he was putting out good information. He was doing good things. He was doing hands-on things, how to do this, how to do that, bushcraft type stuff, starting fires, building shelters. And I'm like, wow, it's a kid, good job. I'm like, heck yeah, he was doing it right too. So I was really impressed. So don't blow off anybody. Kind of just at least check them out. At least get different points of view. Please watch my videos. Please subscribe. Hit the like button. Comment below. Share the videos. Do all those things. Ring the notification bell. I really appreciate that. But spread the love in the community. Grow the community. Visit lots of channels. Subscribe to all of them. Oh, one thing to note is also, I know I don't like Amazon, but if you're buying something from Amazon, I have a link in the description below. It's an affiliate link. I get 4% instead of Amazon pocketing that money. Now, I'm not saying you got to go to my link, but all these other prepper channels I'm talking about, all these other communities, most of them have that Amazon affiliate link. Please click on somebody's link. Click on mine. I would appreciate it. If not, Click on somebody else's. Let them get that 4%. Amazon makes enough money. So please do that. And you don't have to, if you're on mine or on anybody else's, you don't have to buy what's in their store. Just click on their link, get to Amazon with their link using the cookies, and then just go about doing your normal order. And then that person that you really you connect with, that you really like their content and stuff like that, and you want to show them a little bit of love, do that. If you're going to be ordering anyway, I'm not saying go out and spend a bunch of money you don't want to, but if you're placing orders, just do that, please, for somebody. It really helps. It really helps the community. It helps content creators like myself and others that are putting out good content for free for you guys. Dropping knowledge bombs and all stuff like that, empowering you guys, uplifting you guys, encouraging you guys. It helps us to be able to do this thing. It helps us to be able to take care of our families so that we can do this. So that's really appreciated. Yeah, check out the links in the description below. We got Patreon, hundreds of good videos there, lots of the tactical stuff that we can't talk about here on YouTube as much, as well as My Patriot Supply and my preparewithap.com. They're ready hour food buckets. Save you some money if you go through my link. That's one part of a well-rounded food storage and food preparedness plan, is those freeze-dried buckets. Bulk goods are another part, canned goods are another part, rations, as well as long-term dry goods. So think about that. Have a variety. But spread the love on the channels. And there's a lot of other good channels out there that aren't quote-unquote prepper channels, but they give you prepper knowledge. Gardening channels, bushcraft channels, pew pew channels, wilderness survival channels, videos about rappelling, videos about knife sharpening, videos about knife making, welding. I mean, there's so many different things. Carpentry, how to make things, how to build things, how to take care of animals, how to grow food, all these things. Vehicle maintenance. All these things can be tied into preparedness and the preparedness lifestyle. It's all knowledge that we need to be able to have, and we need to be able to do these things on our own, because we may not be able to go to the mechanic. We may not be able to go to the doctor. We may not be able to go to the store to buy our food. So there's a lot of good channels out there. Don't just look at prepper channels, because then you'll start it narrows your ability to improve. If you want to learn about knitting, there's knitting channels out there. I mean, crocheting, same things. How to build shelters. There's so many different things out there. How to properly cut down trees with a chainsaw. How to properly use a chainsaw, an axe, all these different tools. Man, YouTube, you can find anything on there. I know I don't, they don't like me and they don't like you. So that's one thing of note. If you don't see my videos popping up in your feed and you're subscribed, then please just come to my channel, come to the main page, click on the video tab, and all the videos are still there. It's just the algorithm, shadow banning thing, they just shut me down, all the time. And all the other prepper channels too. If you care about a prepper channel, check back with them. Don't let it fall by the wayside and then you're like, you haven't seen a video in forever, and so you just kind of forget about them. There's a lot of good information out there. I definitely have my favorite channels, but I also have channels that, even if somebody isn't as eloquent, isn't as well spoken, if the knowledge they're putting out is good, then I try to force myself to get through it. It's like, sometimes it's painful. I get it. I'm not the most eloquent. But the knowledge you're learning is good, is very important. So, like I say, a rising tide lifts all boats, all ships. So let's grow this community, help out all the content creators out there that are preppers. The prepper community, it's a good community, good people. We're just trying to get ready. We're trying to prepare for ourselves. We're trying to build our emergency funds, aka our food storage, and we're trying to become more independent, where we can take care of ourselves, where we don't have to have the government come in and take care of us, which is good. It's less of a burden on those agencies, those organizations, faith-based organizations that come in to help. If we're prepared, the more prepared we are, then less help we have to get from them, and the more they can help other people, which is very important. So it's all about helping other people. That's why I prep too. I don't just prep for my family. I'm not just a go away. If you show up on my doorstep, I'm going to pew, No. Pure love of Christ. I can't feed everybody. If it's SHTF and I got hundreds of people come by here, I can't feed them all. I'm not saying that. But I want to do my part. I want to live a Christ-like life as close as I possibly can. I am vastly imperfect. I mean, we all are. But prepping from that mindset to not only prepare for yourselves, but preparing for my neighbors, which actually my closest neighbor is a big prepper. Found that out one day by accident when he opened his garage. And saw a bunch of it, and then we got it. Yeah, you know how that works. And then a couple of houses down from me is a prepper. People about a quarter mile away that way are preppers, quarter mile that way are preppers, quarter mile that way are preppers. They're also all farmers out there, mini hobby farms, stuff like that. 40 to 100 acres, horses, cows, chickens, goats, sheep, all over the place. And those are just the people I know for a fact. And there's one house down the road that they bought the house. The house was in bad repair, and so somebody bought it. Obviously fixed it up because they put in these really nice high security fences, gates, motion detectors, cameras all over the place. I mean, this place looks like a fortress. Seriously, it's pretty sweet. And I would love to. I don't ever see vehicles going in and out, so it's not like one of those like bad places where you got the vehicles coming in and out at all times of the night. You know what I'm talking about? But I would love to swing by there and just like, hey, how's it going? Are you guys preppers? But they probably wouldn't say. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, grow your tribe as well as help grow the community online. Do your part. We all appreciate it. Thank you very much for all your support here, for all the people that stick around and watch the whole video. That really helps. If you feel like watching the ads, great. That does help me also. If you don't want to, just skip them. But please, I would appreciate it if you watch, the whole video. That view time is very important. And that's one of the ways, as well as the like button, as well as the comments and all the stuff like that. The subscriptions, the subscribers, those are all things that really help us out here to stay viable on this platform, to be able to be here for you, teaching you, empowering you, uplifting you. So have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.